Invideo AI is the best video generator out there. It allows you to create a complete video, script, voiceover, and edit all within one easy-to-use platform. And now with its latest version 3, Invideo AI has taken things to the next level with its generative AI features. In this tutorial, I'll show you step by step how to use this incredible tool to create faceless content. But before we get started, there's something important that you should know. While there are plenty of tutorials out there talking about how to use Invideo AI, most of them miss a key piece of the puzzle, which is strategy. It's not just about learning the tool, it's about knowing how to make your videos stand out on YouTube so that they can get views. And that's why this tutorial is going to be different. I'll be sharing real strategies at the end of this video that you won't find anywhere else. And if you stick around until the end, I'll also introduce to you 3 profitable niches that you can start working on today to make money using Invideo AI. So let's get started. Now, if you want to follow along with me, you can use my link down below in order to sign up with Invideo AI. But this right here is what their homepage looks like. All you've got to do is click on the link down below and click on try Invideo or sign up. But you can read more about Invideo AI over here. But once you do sign up, this is what their dashboard looks like. Okay, it's a very simple to use interface, and you do want to make sure that you're on version 3.0. Now, with any prompt that I type into Invideo AI, I usually start by saying create a video or generate a video. It doesn't really make a big difference, but there's 3 things I always make sure to include. The first thing is always the title of your video. So before you even create your video, it's important to do research and have your title and thumbnail ready for your YouTube video. So first thing is the title. The second thing is the duration of the video. So usually my videos range anywhere from like 4 minutes to 15 minutes long, and more so depends on you. If you're wondering how long your YouTube video should be that you're creating with Invideo AI, look at your competitors. Are they mostly posting 8-minute long videos? If so, create a 10-minute long video. Are your competitors mostly posting 15-minute long videos? And if so, create an 18-minute long video. The goal is to create longer content, but just make sure that the content isn't fluffed out. Now, the third thing that I always include within the Invideo AI prompt is like an outline or a script, and I easily use ChatGPT in order to generate that script. So for our example, we're gonna create a video on 10 mistakes that new home buyers make. That is 10 minutes long. So our prompt will be create a video on 10 mistakes that new home buyers make that is 10 minutes long. And then make sure to include this information. So the information that we include down here, this will come from ChatGPT. So let's go ahead and copy this title over here, 10 mistakes that new home buyers make. And then we'll just say, write me an outline on this topic. And then click on enter. So now ChatGPT is writing a quick outline that we want to go ahead and include. We're gonna make sure that it removes the time frames. Make sure to remove the time frames just so that Invideo AI isn't limited. Normally it doesn't give that time frame, but we're gonna go ahead and remove that. And so now what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna copy the body of the paragraph just because I don't want to limit Invideo AI. So we're just gonna copy the main points and bring that over here and then copy and paste. So next we're gonna click on generate a video. So once you click on generate a video, it's gonna start analyzing it. So Invideo AI takes a couple minutes to actually analyze the information that you gave it, and then also does research on its own end to make the topic more thorough and give it more context. But on this page here, we're just gonna select the audience, whether it's first-time buyers, homeowners. We're gonna do first-time buyers. And as far as the look and feel, we'll do clean, and then the platform that we're gonna choose is YouTube. So notice how here there's stock media and then there's also generative media. Generative media, we're gonna save that for later on in the video where we actually create visuals from using AI without using any stock footage. But here we're just gonna click on continue. So now our video is done. You can see that it did go over 10 minutes long. Now, in order to actually edit this video, there's 2 ways you can go about doing it. You can give it a command edit, where you just simply type in the command here where you want to mute all the voiceovers. For our example, let's watch the intro. Now for this command edit, let's say that in the beginning scene, we want to go ahead and use a footage of a home. So change the first scene to show a nice house. So you can use it as far as like command editing goes. I don't use this all too often. I'll show you the second way to actually edit videos on here, but we'll just go ahead and click on generate just because the first scene is someone waving. I want it to be like showing a nice house. So we'll say generate, and then we'll see if it actually corrects this change. So now the changes are done, and now if we play it, you'll see that it shows a nice modern house now. So the command edit, use it sparingly, I'd say, just because sometimes it's hard to be articulate as far as which scenes you want to change. Now, the other way that I prefer to actually edit videos is by clicking on this edit button, and you can actually edit it by scene. So there's multiple ways on how editing works on Invideo AI. The two main ways that I edit, aside from just using the command prompt I showed you earlier, is I usually change the stock footage if I don't like it, or I edit the script. So the first scene says, hey everyone, it's Bailey, but maybe we want to go ahead and eliminate this gap. So I did notice that there was a quick or 3-second gap in the beginning. So you can edit it based on what's being said in the voiceover. You can also edit it based on screen. So here, if you just scroll left to right, you'll see all the stock footage that's being used when it came to creating this video. So lots of stock footage clips. And so you can imagine how much time this saves you when it comes to not having to find stock footage clips yourself. So if you click on a stock footage scene, it'll actually show you the text that aligns with it. And you can also upload your own media. You can change the stock footage. If you click on this one here, it'll actually change the stock footage to something else. So maybe instead of this female showing here, you want to choose this one over here. So with that, if you have, maybe you want to include visuals of yourself within your video or use stock media, the way I've been creating my videos is that if my video is mostly stock footage, I'll probably only keep it stock footage. But if my video is generated media, then that's when I'll do generated media for the entire video. But if you go ahead and go back, let's go ahead and click on script. And then here, it kind of works in reverse where now you're doing like a transcript based editing where you can read the script, and let's say that you don't like the gap here of 3 seconds, you can remove the gaps. And then with that, you can also go ahead and see which stock footage is accompanied with what's being said in the voice. So when I edit on Invideo AI, I normally tell my team to edit it based on the script. Okay, I'm not too picky when it comes to the visuals that are being shown as long as it's relevant. I don't really change between showing a house and then showing a different house, but rather any major errors, like if it's supposed to show a house but then it shows an apartment, that's usually the fix that I'll make when it comes to editing it based on media. But with script/transcript editing, it's just a clean read, making sure that it flows well, the information is accurate. And with it, I normally don't do an outro just because when you do outros on YouTube, people tend to drop off like flies. I'll usually change the outro to point viewers into another one of my videos. So if in this video they're talking about mistakes that home buyers make, maybe in the outro I'll say, oh, and if you're interested in 10 ways to actually make your bills cheaper, that's what I'll signal in the outro instead of doing like some sort of conclusion. So that's more of a bit advanced scripting. You can see all the different soundtracks that are being used in chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and the chapters basically correspond to the certain segments here. So that's chapter 1, then you see chapter 2 start here, and then if we scroll to the right, then you'll see chapter 4. So we skip chapter 3. And then the last setting that we have is when you click on settings, I don't really touch this all too much, but you can adjust the master volume, audio master, music master volume. I'd say the music is a bit loud, so it's actually lowered it down to around 40%, and then click on save changes. Now over here you're going to see characters. This is more relevant if you do generative media or generative AI using Invideo AI. You'll see multiple characters sometimes in your video ad, your TikTok shop video, or even your animated story. This is where you'll see the characters and what their voices are. So right now in this video here, there's only one narrator who's male, and it's a clear American with a warm and authoritative tone. So we'll keep that as is and then click on save. So with that, that's essentially how to go ahead and use the stock footage AI video generator using Invideo AI. Let's go ahead and move on to using Invideo AI's version 3 features now. Now, my recommendation is that if you're going to be using this feature of Invideo AI a lot, be familiar with how to use ChatGPT. I've tested using Invideo AI to write complete scripts by itself, and sometimes it's kind of clunky, which is why I like using ChatGPT to at least have some sort of outline that Invideo AI can follow. So if my video is about 10 things that you didn't know about whomever, then I would just make sure that I have those 10 things listed out on ChatGPT and then include them on Invideo AI. Now, the last thing to do is simply just download your video. So if you click on download here, I'm on the paid plan, so you're not going to see any watermarks. You're also not going to see any Invideo AI branding. Make sure to download it in the highest resolution, which is 1080p, and then click on continue. Now keep in mind that with whichever plan that you're on, you do have like a certain quota of iStock licenses left. So we'll go over the pricing plans with Invideo AI at the end of this video, but simply you would just click on continue and then download your video. Now let's move on to Invideo AI's version 3 features and hop onto the screen. So here we are on the same prompt generator window. You want to make sure that you're on version 3.0, so you can cycle between version 3.0, 2.0, 1.0. In order to find all those generative AI prompts or kind of like styles, you can either click on create animated film, and this is going to give you an animated style of creating a generative AI video, or click on workflows. Now when you click on workflows, you're going to see all sorts of different generative AI videos. So you have animated ads, TikTok shop videos, you have horror AI films, you have Lego animations, you have summarizing articles or blogs. So all these different types of generative AIs. And the one we're going to test out is using horror stories, just because horror stories is a pretty common niche on YouTube. So for this AI horror film prompt, we need a topic and then we need relevant information. So we're going to use ChatGPT in order to do this, where give me a kids horror story topic to use in Invideo AI. So the topic is going to be, you can either use ChatGPT to generate topics. And so what I did was that I just had it give me a kid's horror story topic. So we'll say the topic is going to be about a kid's discovering an ancient tree in the woods. Okay, so we'll copy this section, paste it here. And then next we need to add any relevant information and opinions about the video. So we'll say that seems to whisper, and we'll get this prompt and copy paste here. And then we'll fix it to the tree seems to whisper secrets when the wind blows. And then for settings, so for this part here, again, use ChatGPT to kind of come up with more details to include in your horror film. Now, as far as the generated media, you want to make sure this is selected to generated media. And then here we just have a bunch of different settings that we're going to go through. So for language, I usually set that to English. For music preference, I don't really have a music preference, nor do I have one for app captions. For style, usually I put this in, we'll keep it as a Disney Pixar style, but you can choose from a bunch of different styles that you see here. And then we're going to click on continue. The rest of these prompts here, you could actually edit these yourself, but I normally don't edit them. I just leave it up to Invideo AI to figure it out. But next, let's click on continue. So here's what we basically have. It's essentially the same thing that we had written before when filling out those prompts. The next thing that we're going to do is click on generate a video and then see what spawns from that. Now on this page here, it's going to ask you what duration you want your story to be, what type of audience is it for, and then what platform you want to be hosted on. So I'm just going to choose a short 2-minute story that's good for horror fans and then set it for YouTube. Maybe we should make it for families, just in case. And then afterwards, keep in mind that it is going to use 120 generative media credits. And so we will be going over how many credits you get based on which plan you get on Invideo AI. So we're just going to click on continue now. So our generative AI video is now done. And so I'm just going to play the first few seconds of it so you can get a good idea of what it looks like here. So let's go ahead and play the video.
Hi there. I'm Oliver, and I've got a pretty crazy story to tell you about a tree. Yeah, a tree. You see, in our little town of Whisperwick, things are usually pretty normal. Well, as normal as they can be when your neighbor is a talking skeleton. But everything changed the day my friends and I went exploring in the Twilight Woods. That's where we found it. The ancient whispering tree. At first it was amazing. Guys, did you hear that? The tree, it's whispering. The tree would rustle its leaves and suddenly, we'd know where to find lost toys or hidden candy stashes. It was like having our own magical secret keeper. But then, things got weird. The tree started telling us stuff we didn't want to know. Like how Mr. Bones, our skeleton neighbor, was actually allergic to his own dog. Poor guy. and how our teacher, Miss Spellbound, once turned herself into a frog for a whole week by accident. We thought it was all fun and games until the tree whispered something really scary about our town. It said that long ago a powerful witch had cursed Whisperwick and the curse was about to wake up. That's when we realized this tree wasn't just magical, it was the key to the curse. And the only way to stop it was to face the creepy shadow guy living under its branches. So, armed with nothing but our wits and a flashlight that kept flickering dramatically, we stepped into the shadow. Turns out, the shadow guy was actually the witch's old familiar, a cat named Midnight, who'd been trying to break the curse all along. Together, we solved the witch's riddle, broke the curse, and saved Whisperwick from eternal spookiness. Pretty cool, huh?
So overall, I'd say the video is actually really good. The animations look phenomenal, and it's crazy to think that all these characters were included in just this scene alone. Like if we go back, like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different characters in this one scene alone. So the same thing still applies here as far as editing your generative AI video goes. It's not perfect, okay? We have to get our expectations that when we use a prompt, although it's really cool that we're creating videos with just a single prompt on a single platform or software, it still does need to be edited. So let's say that we don't like one of our scenes, okay? So we're gonna choose, let's say this scene over here, where it's the tree up close. If we play it for a quick second, this is what it looks like. The way to edit it is that you would just click on generative media. And then here you have a list of all your media shots that were created using Invideo AI. Just click on this plus icon over here. And basically what you're gonna do is that you're gonna give it a new prompt. So keep in mind that it is gonna cost another 5 generative AI credits. So another 5 credits, just because it's based on the duration of how long you want that clip to be. So if the clip that you're changing is only 1 second long, it would make sense to only create a clip that's only 1 second long as well. So you only use 1 generative AI credit. But with that though, you can also edit it based on the script. So if all the visuals look good, you can go back, you can edit based on script. So once again, we are at the transcript style of editing, where we can see all the text that's being said within our video. So something I do notice within Invideo AI is that sometimes it tends to leave gaps. So I usually eliminate these gaps and then extend how long the video clip is. But especially in the beginning, when you want your video to start off right away, you can just go ahead and eliminate this gap and then start the video sooner. If you click on settings, same thing applies. You'll see a bunch of overlay presets, transition presets. You can adjust the volume. I do find that Invideo AI tends to have their music volume a bit louder than usual. So I'll just adjust this down to 50%, and then the voiceover is fine at 100%. Down over here, we have our main character, a male voiceover who's a youthful American voice with a hint of curiosity. And then next you can just click on save changes. So overall, the video looks absolutely fantastic. It's really good for the price point that you get. The scenes are sometimes a bit off, but like I mentioned, coming in with using Invideo AI with the expectations that it's not going to be perfect right from the get-go. You are going to have to edit it a little bit as far as making sure that it's more perfect and making sure that scenes match and such. The story that it gave itself is pretty decent. I do imagine that using the same method that I talked about earlier when it came to using ChatGPT to actually create the story might yield better results. Now, before you start cranking out a ton of videos using Invideo AI, take a moment to pause. Creating videos without a solid strategy is like throwing darts in the dark. You might get lucky, but chances are you won't hit the target. A big mistake people make using Invideo AI is that they mass produce videos without any real plan. Even the best looking videos can fail if they don't have the right strategy behind it. And to give your videos made with Invideo AI a better chance at working, you need to decide if your channel will follow a browse-based strategy or a search-based strategy. These two approaches are completely different, and understanding which one suits your content is the first step to getting your videos noticed. Browse-based videos succeed by tapping into viral trends and grabbing the audience's attention with exciting topics. These videos get most of their traffic from the YouTube homepage and recommendations, meaning they're designed to attract viewers quickly and in large numbers. Think of these videos as flashlights. They shine brightly for just a short period, grabbing attention while the trend lasts, but their light doesn't last forever. The pros of browse-based videos include quick views by jumping on trends or acquiring audience interest, faster payouts from viral videos, and clear formulas for success by studying competitors, trends, and your own best performing videos. Now, the cons of browse-based videos is that there's a heavy reliance on consistent uploads, and if you stop posting, your views will drop. Content might also become irrelevant quickly, and videos from 2 weeks ago might already be outdated. And it also requires constant research, keeping up with trends, analyzing your own videos, and watching competitors to stay ahead or on par. So to succeed with browse-based videos using Invideo AI, you have to make sure that your packaging is absolutely perfect. Imagine your video is a product in a crowded store shelf, the title and the thumbnail are like the product's packaging, and they must grab attention quickly or the customer will choose something else. Browse-based videos thrive by spotting patterns in what's trending, whether it's viral news, entertainment updates, or social media buzz, and analyzing what's working on your own videos or others. If the video that you're creating on Invideo AI is meant to capitalize on a trend or go viral quickly, you're following a browse-based strategy. Now, search-based videos are built for long-term growth. These videos focus on evergreen content, topics that remain relevant for years because they answer specific questions or solve common problems. Think of these videos as oak trees. They grow steadily and provide lasting value over time. The pros of search-based videos include videos stay relevant for longer periods of time and consistently bring in views. There's also a low production cost, aka using Invideo AI without the reliance on flashy packaging. And this also pairs well with affiliate marketing for additional revenue streams. The cons of search-based videos include that they can take months to years to rank in YouTube search results. Also, the revenue builds more slowly compared to browse-based videos. And with search-based videos that you create with Invideo AI, your strategy revolves around targeting specific keywords and ranking those videos in the YouTube search algorithm. These keywords act as a bridge between your video and your audience, guiding viewers to your content over time. Search-based videos don't rely on virality. They're about consistency and offering value in your videos. Now, if you're not sure which type of video strategy suits you, think of it like choosing between a sprint and a marathon. A browse-based video is like a sprinter. It's all about speed, quick wins, and hitting trends while they're hot. A search-based video is more like a marathon runner. It requires patience, steady effort, and long-term planning for consistent results. Knowing your video type created with Invideo AI will influence everything from your video topics to how you package your videos and analyze your content. When creating videos with Invideo AI, it's crucial to know when to use stock footage or animated visuals and when it's better to take a different approach. Not all niches are compatible with the stock footage on Invideo AI, and using it in the wrong context can hurt your video's performance. For example, if your niche involves celebrity news, sports highlights, or TV shows, viewers usually expect to see familiar faces or specific scenes that relate directly to that topic, not generic stock footage. On the other hand, niches like travel, health, or product reviews often work well with stock visuals because they complement the content without feeling out of place. So how can you tell if stock footage is a good fit for your video that you're creating? A great starting point is to analyze the editing style of your competitors. Watch popular videos in your niche and pay attention to how they are put together. If you notice that they rely heavily on stock footage or simple animations, then the visuals provided by Invideo AI might be a good choice for your content. But if most competitors are using specific clips of actual celebrities, sports, movies, or even appearing on camera for the majority of the video, then you might need to rethink your approach to keep your audience engaged. Understanding when and how to use stock footage effectively is a key part of your video strategy when creating videos using Invideo AI. The right visuals can elevate your video and make it more professional, but the wrong ones can distract your viewers or fail to capture their attention. Always tailor your visuals to match what your audience expects in your niche. So the 3 niches that I recommend creating videos with Invideo AI are first, travel, okay? Travel videos on YouTube, a lot of them use stock footage. But just make sure that you're not relying on only AdSense when it comes to generating revenue with travel videos. My recommendation is signing up with an affiliate travel network like Travel Payouts or Expedia and linking to videos like best hotels to visit in Jamaica or best hotels to visit in New York, and using your videos to drive people to your affiliate links in the YouTube video descriptions. Now, the second niche that I recommend is camping. glamping or overlanding. Just because this is a year-round hobby and there's always a lot of gear involved when it comes to any of these 3 hobbies that I mentioned, I do group them all together. But again, the same monetization aspect applies, in which don't rely only on AdSense, try to incorporate affiliate links. And for this niche here, we're just going to use a simple Amazon.com affiliate marketing to link to products that you mentioned within your video in your YouTube video's description. Now, the third niche that I recommend, and this is something that I'm currently doing now, is the care niche, okay? And this is a niche that really isn't talked about anywhere else online, but think pet care, lawn care, pool care, house care. Anything that requires care usually means that there's a problem. And if it's a problem, it can be solved with a product usually. And I found that Invideo AI does use visuals or stock footage to match appropriately to the videos of these niches. So same thing applies here. Just recommending products through affiliate marketing is going to be a really good strategy for monetization when it comes to creating these care videos. Let that be a really good hidden nugget for you. Now for Invideo AI's pricing, it ranges anywhere from $0 to $96 a month. Honestly, the free plan doesn't really give you much to work with. And now you have to keep in mind that you only get a certain amount of stock footage clips to be used, and also a certain amount of generative credits to be used, and also a time frame of how much AI generated content you can make. So the one that I'm on is the generative plan, in which I get 200 minutes a month of AI generation, 320 clips of iStock per month. I also get 15 minutes of generative credits and 400 gigabytes of storage, 5 voice clones, and unlimited export. So $96 might seem a lot to you guys, okay? But with how fast AI video generators are moving and being more innovative, it really is worth the money. Just to say, like, you can create full-fledged videos just using one tool, okay? And not a lot of tools can do that. From my experience of using other AI generative tools, there really isn't a lot of tools. There's practically no tools on the market right now that can create really good animated videos that Invideo AI does with just a single prompt. And yes, it needs some tweaking, or sometimes it's not perfect, but I really do believe that Invideo AI is going to get better and better only from here. From here, it's only upwards basically. But if you plan on using generative AI, 15 minutes, I mean, when I create videos for YouTube, they usually range anywhere from 8 minutes to 30 minutes. This is only going to give you around like 2 animated videos or so. But I remember trying to hire individuals for animations, and it was like $100 a minute just for 1 minute of animation. So is it worth the price? I most certainly think so. And also just because it is only going to get better from here. Do check it out for yourself in the link down below in the description. This video isn't sponsored by Invideo AI. I wish I had something like this when I first started YouTube automation 4 years ago. I remember looking for ways to kind of expedite the video creation process, and really it's right here in front of me. It's here now in Invideo AI. So do check it out, guys, and let me know if you have any comments. Do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this as well. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.